We should start with a new round. There's the last samurai
So to speak.
still there, so to speak. So if you want to roll your dexterity, and we can start with the current round.
Ah, 12.
12.
Now we are fast.
This is
16.
I'm using real dice. This
Yeah, those the work, you see.
these work.
Yeah. 16,
Can't trust
12,
the
and 12.
algorithm.
When we're up against one little pseudo-mortal, all three of the stalkers,
Kinda
and
feel bad
now we
for
go
it.
fast. It's like, okay.
Revenge for less time.
Mhm.
So in this case, it's Lilith's turn.
Yeah,
Do you need a recollection of your surroundings? Maybe
that'd be great.
brief
Yeah, to
description.
remember like our relative positions. Yeah.
Yeah, as we were saying, from the last time, you were close to the smaller black gate where the Unbidden tried to resupply for another shot of his cannon before being destroyed by
The
your...
shadow, not the unbidden, correct?
Oh, the Unbidden, I'm sorry. The Unbidden was trying to refuel his
Wait.
projectiles.
Adriano, breathe in and out a few times. Really.
Okay.
You're walking further and further and further into the dark with every sentence.
Okay.
The creature who was trying to reload his cannon
Yes.
is a shadow, and the shadow is now banished. Correct?
No.
No.
He was the... Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. The shadow. Yes.
Yes.
He was a shadow, and he was
Right.
killed more
Somehow
than
you had
banished.
walked off into the dark haunted forest, and we're talking inside there. So here you are. So to recover, we are next to that black gate.
Yes.
I have realized that I've been holding the map upside down the whole time relative to the files. So when I say the top and the bottom, it's probably confused everybody. Properly oriented, it's at the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were probably all wondering why I kept saying down and to the left and things like that earlier. But we have made a horrible wreckage of the building at the top left.
Yes.
And there are bits and pieces of mechanical samurai all over this yard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you my memory of what has happened, and you can check me, Adriano.
Yeah.
Hazard is just about to come out of that hole, or already has come out of the hole in the building.
The last image was one of the samurais being kicked out.
Right. So I've not quite.
Pieces.
I've not quite emerged from inside the building. And then way over there at the gate to the little storage unit in the bottom right, we have Lilith and Mask are unaccompanied at that point. I believe that I have destroyed the samurai who kept shooting at me, correct?
Yes.
That right? The other one, is that other one still inside with me?
Yes.
Okay, so that is where we are at. So our two stalkers way down at the bottom right are not oriented toward the fight in the warehouse.
Yep.
Which exactly. I have largely been ignoring. I've been letting them attack me. So anyway.
So there's only one warrior, right?
Right.
Which is the one with you on the cottage.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that clears up things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think given that that currently we're separated, Lilith is just going to take her turn to move across the map toward Hazard, but probably in but probably doesn't have time to, or doesn't have the space to move and attack this turn. So she's just
Mhm.
in motion. Yeah.
Do you want to spend your insignificant action for some other things, or we can just skip to, well, you need to decide if it's hazard or mask that moves
Oh, it's a
first.
good point. You know what? I might spend my action for sensitivity.
Mhm.
Trying to look at the house, the larger building. It's going to be awareness. So I've got 6+1, not great odds. Let's see.
Could
Yeah.
be worse.
Okay. What are you looking for precisely?
Yeah, I think just knowing that this thing that we just killed is a shadow and not the unbidden. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
looking for an unbidden. Seeing if there's a large mass of essence in the larger building. And I did not roll too badly. I've got 16 total.
Yeah. So you can easily identify the sources of the uh, essence that is flowing
Okay.
outside of the warehouse, and you have a similar vision in terms of orienting to those of hazards. So you identify the samurai and its strange source of essence that is consuming like oil, and the one that it was very bright and now is almost flickering and then consumed totally, to the point where you can even sense an echo, but not really a source that is the corpse that has consumed, or more than consumed. Yeah.
Noah, were you talking about the big manor house, or were you talking about the building that I'm in?
The big manor
Yeah.
house.
He's not talking about that
Oh,
building. He's talking about the
okay,
house.
okay.
Yeah, my bad.
Right.
I was getting confused too.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No problem.
Good.
In that case, the only thing that you can identify as a source of essence is a small piece of equipment that is located um, on the roof. Um, More than on the roof, by entering the mansion. So you got this room, and at the upper angle of the room, you can sense this small thing uh, made of essence, uh, which seems really some kind of sensor or trap located in the uh, so that it can identify or stop intruders. But other than that, you can identify any source of essence.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. So we know that an unbidden isn't gonna come crashing out of this building any second. Very interesting.
Pedro, do you want to go next?
Yeah, special because I'm not gonna do anything special, so I can just go right away. I think that mask knows that that Hazard can handle himself, so he very stylishly translocates. Like you can see, like these inky stuff, like, and then he translocates next to Lilith, and I don't need to roll for that because it's just a translocate. So
Yeah.
so I'm basically next to Lilith and outside, and
Mhm.
if Ron needs help, I'll run there. I'm
Yeah,
pretty close.
I'll let you know.
But for now, I'm just talking like very naturally with Lilith while we're dealing with the other guy.
Too stylish to walk.
That's
Not a
right.
stylish
Exactly.
walk.
I see mask as like that. It's like, walking is kind of crass. I'll just. So, my turn then. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I have not concentrated my attacks on this samurai. He has been hacking away at me with his little sword as much as he can, and I have ignored him to euthanize the victim, and then I ignored him to blow the shooter who had hurt me with a very powerful gun, I might add. To blast him. I believe that the one that I blasted out the door is ruined, correct?
Yes.
Okay, right. So both of you can see scattered pieces of what's left of whoever I just blasted. And so I now confronting this particular samurai, and now I'm finally aware that these are not people. They seemed like people, but I'm aware that they are not people, and I am no longer concerned with any forbiddance issues or innocence or anything like that, which is one of the reasons I had kind of taken it a little easy on them before. So in this case, I do think I'm going to take a shot at this guy.
Okay.
So
remember that you have a +1 for your foresight, and
that's very nice. Okay, so I roll 3 5s, so no die cap. Got very lucky last time on this, and I got lucky again on this. So that's 15 plus 4 plus 1, which puts me at 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit.
And so my damage rolls just have not been particularly satisfying through the course of this session. 20 and 30. That's not so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that it's significantly damaged, and maybe just loses an arm, and you can see the mechanism splattering all over the place.
Okay.
And
for my insignificant action,
yeah,
I think that the only there's tactical things like calling out to my teammates and stuff, but that's not my way. So I prefer to if at all possible, I'd like to position myself so that I can move outside. So I'm blasting and perhaps shifting over so that I have at least a somewhat clearer path, because he was in there with me. He wasn't blocking the exit like the rifle person. Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm just trying to get a straight path to move outside next time.
I can imagine that he tries to follow you.
He has his action, after all.
Yeah. I imagine that he doesn't have an arm. Then he takes the katana with his teeth, and then he just tries to pin you down with an arm. Really determined, no real expression on his face.
Right.
Just this.
Well, you're a robot. Go ahead. Click, click.
It's your defense roll.
Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm very happy. Oh no, I'm not happy. Okay, this time I get a 6 and a 3 and a 1. I have a 10.
It's +1, but it's not enough.
Right. And so what damage do I take?
Okay.
This guy has been dinking me for 1 vitality at a time the whole time, so.
It's 10 of damage, and you divide by your fortitude.
Oh, okay. And again, 1, yes. So
it's more like the impact of the ground as he pins you down.
Really? He pins me down? Are you sure? So, okay, that's the end of our round then.
Okay. Yeah, it's the re-roll again. We need to discuss this thing of the samurai, by the way. I think there's an interesting point. But,
sure, that's fine.
Oh, not so good this time. I got a 3, but my highest is a 6.
Yes, I got a straight as well, and I got a 5.
I have a
Mhm.
15.
Oh, there we go.
Shit, these dice I'm punching.
Ooh.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go inside the house. I suppose that Lilith told me about what she saw in terms of essence. So I'm gonna go in and take a look at it and ask Lilith if she wants to
interesting.
come with me or something.
Okay.
I'm still trusting that Ron doesn't need help there.
I'll be fine. I have
Oh,
weave.
so you
I
decide
do,
to
like
I do
I
have
take a quick
weaving.
look at the left.
We've never had a chance, but I do have weaving. I can heal myself.
Cool.
Oh yeah, you use it one time, but we
We'll
others
do that
will
later. We'll do it later. Right
Okay.
now, just letting you know, I don't mind taking a few hits while I dispose of this fellow.
Okay, so you decide to enter the room
Yeah,
to take a look at this thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing of that the moment you just step in and you can easily locate where to look for.
Mhm.
It's like a small cylinder of, I would say, a blue color with a tiny little mechanical eye engraved on it. And the moment you just step in, you can see the eye looking at you, and then the familiar sound like click, and then the click, 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 and then it explodes in the splinters, trying to impale you with the thousand of needles directed at you. It's a defense roll.
That was such a good idea after all. 6 + 1. Is there a dice cap?
Oh no,
No. Then it's a 12, a 13.
yeah, you managed to avoid.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just like
Nice.
very smoothly.
Mhm.
The shards like coming in needles. I don't think there's any visible threat after that thing explodes, right?
No, and it just
Basically just
disassembles itself. So after it explodes, you just you can take a look at the splinters, but there's nothing really dangerous about it anymore.
yeah. Is there anything that catches my eye?
No, as you can see, well, you're not familiar with the history roll. I believe that Ron is the one that.
I can try an history roll, I guess, but I don't know if that counts as my minor action or something.
No, the point is that the traditional architecture of the mansion may seem a little daunting or off for someone who is not really familiar with this time and place. But you can see or sense anything that really strikes you as odd or completely off place in terms of shadows or essence, like.
I think I'll just wait for Lilith up, see what she does or wants to do.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll use my insignificant action. I say to Mask, this
Mask is up in the house.
um oh right, yeah,
You're
right
very far
outside.
separated
Yeah,
at
but
this point.
Yeah.
They were close when he decided to translocate, close to Lilith before entering the mansion. I don't think it's so difficult to communicate at this distance, so it's okay if you want to say something.
Right. Yeah, I'll move up, into the building, so that we're somewhat closer. We the only trace of essence in this building was was this device, this trap. Our quarry seems to be elsewhere, unless there are a lot of strange things happening. Unless maybe the shadow. Do you think, Mask? Is there an unbidden here? Yeah, I think just like kind of processing this a little bit. and trusting that Hazard has the samurai well in hand. And that's all I'm going to do this time around.